Welcome to the Clock Tower. I'm Brandon here with Colton, and today we are previewing Data Live. Looking at the 8 standby.
The time has come.
It has.
It is upon us. I will be playing like an innocent lamb to the slaughter, the 8 salvage Konosuba that I did on the channel a couple of months ago, back in the Halcyon days when we thought that Konosuba was going to dominate the meta.
You can play this one and just swing for 2.
Cancel on 1. Auspicious start here. For 2 and a salvage.
Why not?
So, for those that may not remember or haven't watched the video, we'll link the deck tech in the description. The 8 salvage Konosuba list is trying to run the level 1 Oboro with Twin Drive. It's on the salvage trigger. Ideally, we try to loop that until we get into a place where we can start getting our early plays down. There were some variants with the gate trigger for a while, and I imagine that some people are probably still playing it where the gate trigger was put in either as an empty gate or as like a kind of a modulated top end with the 3-2 Aqua in order to try to get those level 1 combos more consistently. But this is just the 8 salvage version, so trying to get the level 1 to go as long as possible until the level 3 game, which is that Clock Kick Megamine Union, can come down and start doing damage.
Gonna slam a climax here, bounce these to hand, and power to that one twice. And then we're going to bring our 1/1 right here. Yeah, we'll swing here. We'll swing here first. Power to itself for 2.
Cancel on 1.
Swing here for 2.
2 is good.
And then swing here for 2.
2 is good. When this dies, I can pitch 1 to top check 4. Add a level 1 or higher. Draw. Clock, draw 2. Okay. Oh man. This is not how we wanted this to go at all. Because this is all we have.
Cool.
Having a great time over here. So, I will side, I suppose, for 2.
Draw 1. Let's clock that one. 1, 2. Play the Brainstormer. Those 4 in there. And standby. Bounce this to hand.
Yep.
Let's put and swing for 1.
One's good. I will level in. I will level in yellow because I'm pretty sure I'm going to get red into my clock.
And then swing here for 2. And then swing here for 3.
3 is also good. That goes away, we'll draw. Unfortunately, we really do have to clock.
I didn't say, but power would go to that one, so it's at 8-5.
Yeah. I assumed. It made sense. Actually, no. Let's just bomb that one. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Fair enough.
I will crash here for 2.
Yep.
I will pay the 1 to Twin Drive. Just for 2 still.
Cancels.
Okay. And then I will do it again. For 3.
3 sticks.
And then both of these will bounce back when they are frontal attacked.
Or
will they?
That's the question of the day. I will encore this one. Do I... When this one goes, discard, look it up to 3. Yeah, that's what I thought. And send all the waiting room. I just wanted to get the climax in there.
Okay, makes sense.
So.
Yeah, I think that we've talked about this both on the channel and off, that Data Live's main weakness is the fact that it doesn't have a great deal of natural compression.
Stand.
So being 7 out of 30 is actually pretty decent for this stage of the game for Data Live.
Draw 1. What should we do here? Should we? Should we not? Let's see. Move this up here. Play this one down. I'm going to blink that one.
Yep, so now this one will not go to hand when you attack it.
Tap it to play Milo Shido. And I will say for that one, let's level that down.
All right, I will go and get... I'll go get the Whiz.
Sure.
So that when it dies, I can at least pitch in mill 4. But I do want to pause and commemorate this moment. The death of the Oboro in the English meta.
Pay 1, send it to waiting room, look at 4. Choose 1 character.
You are not participating in the solemnity of the moment.
I'm aware.
Brandon.
I'm aware. I'm finishing my turn. You...
No, for real though, like, jokes aside, and we'll probably talk about this a little bit more when the game is over, but yikes, man. It's hard to play an Obero in this meta.
Okay, put it like that. And then, do I drop search here? Sure. I will pay 1, drop 1, and pull Shido back to hand.
This also, for what it's worth, we've played this matchup multiple times off camera. This is very consistent. Data Live can usually ping at least 2 lanes of Konosuba's Obero combo. As long as it's playing the Shido stuff, the Blink and or the Shido event, it's over. There's no way that you can make this combo work playing into Data Live.
Here for 2.
Two's good. I'm actually going to level blue. Makes way more sense.
Okay. On reverse, top check 2. Put him back in that order. I'm going to swing here for 3.
Cancel on 1.
Because I know my triggers, I'm going to swing here and stand by for 2. Standbying over this one with this one.
Yeah, that makes sense. For 2, you said?
Yep.
2's good. All right. Draw. Clock. Draw 2.
Hey, you had another one.
I did. I had another one just chilling in hand. Man. Yeah. When the whole point of the deck is that you have your playables pop back into your hand, when you don't get your playables to pop back into hand, it doesn't go well.
Oh, yikes. Okay.
So yeah, we'll just have to do this, which feels terrible. Yeah.
Sure.
I'll crash here for 2.
Yep. Let's level. Yeah, we'll level yellow. On reverse, top check.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Crash for 2. And then I will combo. Yep. For 1, 2, 3, -1 is 2.
And I'll cancel.
And of course, that cancels 2.
When you top check and reveal 2 climaxes, you're like, well, there goes the rest of the turn.
Yeah. So this gets bounced, but that is not going to matter.
No.
I don't think.
No, it's not. But the other 2 died off, and stand all. Draw 1. Yeah, sounds about right. Play that there. Play that there.
So much for Data Live's only natural predator being its own lack of compression, right? Which
play over.
That is the case. But I mean, you refreshed. Yeah, you refreshed 7 out of 30, but so that one will not come back to my hand.
Pay 1, send it to waiting room to pay out the climax. To hand. I'll take the scry.
Is it look at the top card, put it on top or bottom?
Yeah, the damage scry, yeah.
Okay. Wait, no, is it put it on top or bottom?
Yeah, put it on top or bottom of deck when you become reversed on your turn. Do I need more power? I mean, I might as well play it down. Do I brainstorm here? I think I do actually. Brainstorm. All the waiting room search. Let's get the counter. Climax. Back to hand. Power here. Cross turn.
Yep.
What should we bring in? I'm going to start off by swinging here.
Okay.
For three.
Yep.
Swing here for 3.
It's on 1.
And then swing here for 2.
Cancel on 1. Oh boy. All right. We'll draw. Okay.
12-5. Oh, sorry. Power goes to the 1 in the middle. So that's at 14, 13-5, 7-5.
Clock, draw 2. Okay. I can at least work with that. On play heal.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to brainstorm. And we hit 1. Okay. We're going to pitch 1 to heal the stock. We don't have enough for the combo, so it doesn't matter, but we'll slam anyway. Swing here for 3.
And you're swinging in at... What's it?
This one is
10-5?
So I'm gonna so hold on. Tell me again where your power is at across the board here.
14 in the middle, 13-5 here, 7-5 here.
Okay. Yeah. So this gives something else a soul, so I'm gonna give that one to this.
Mm-hmm.
This gives something else 1,000. I'm going to give it here so they can get over a backup.
Yep.
So the swing will be for 3.
Okay. Sticks.
Crash here for 3.
Cancels.
And I'm assuming you're going to I mean,
I only have one card.
I have. Well, I mean, you're bigger than I am, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Drop. Yeah, I just swing.
Yep.
Swing here. For 3 and a standby.
Yep.
Yeah. On reverse. Top, check. Okay. Swing here for 3.
And that's game.
Okay.
So, 2 things. 1, Data Live is the best deck in the meta, and it's not close. 2, any Konosuba deck that is based out of that level 1 Mega Bean combo is not meta. Because there's absolutely no way to plus off that combo with any kind of consistency playing into Data Live. Because you can't remove Data Live's level 1 game because you're too small. You can side into it so you can trigger more climaxes, which can bury them if it's the first thing you trigger out of your twin drive. But other than that, there's no plussing here. Because you're never getting it back into hand. If you're building Data Live and you aren't finding a way to make My Little Shido work, find a way to make My Little Shido work. It's so insanely powerful.
Yeah, My Little Shido, and then from deck to resolution.
Yeah.
Shido. Between those two.
Yep. It makes Oboro combos completely useless.
These 2 cards alone shut down a variety of decks alongside the 8 standby package. So having these 2 cards in a deck makes it very powerful to go against.
The whole meta has to warp around Data Live at this point, because Data Live can completely shut down AOT's Oboro, gone. Konosuba's Oboro, gone. Fate's Negsoul Endgame, gone. And it's not interactive, there's nothing you can do about it. It's that simple. Data Live is going to change Weiss forever in English. And everything that we play in the meta from this point forward needs to play into DAL or it's not playable at a meta table. Like, play waifu, play whatever, play the set that you like. Like, I'm not saying don't play those things, but like, if you want to compete, if you want to win at anything higher than locals, it's got to beat Data Live or it can't hang. It's just that simple.
It's definitely, I would agree with meta warping, because one of the things, like, especially with 8 standby, 8 standby in itself tends to have a lot of counters, and decks can be able to tend to deal with 8 standby. What differentiates this 8 standby from a different 8 standby deck is that denial tech.
Yeah, it has extra stuff. Like, it has the the effect that lets you top check 2 whenever you get a reverse, even on defense, is really significant because not only are you going to get, your reverses against stuff with those 2/2s in particular, especially if you got a 3/2 in the back row off of standby. Not only are you going to have that, when you throw down a backup, you can get up to 14-5, 15. You can win pretty much every lane at level 2 really consistently. And if you do, even if you only win 2 lanes, you are able to move climaxes in those top 2 cards where you want them, right? Like, you can move them down to increase your chances of getting further climaxes. And if it's the last play, you can set your top 2 to draw what you want. If it's the last swing of the turn.
Yeah.
So, like, little stuff like that. And we haven't even talked about, we didn't even see the Icy Tail, which directly counters this. Directly.
Yeah.
Because if it has this back row, it swings at 14-5. This can't be backed up that high. It can only realistically be backed up to 13-5. So when that Icy Tail, which is currently chilling in your resolution zone, reverses this, it has memory kick. So it sends this to memory. This can't be hand-on court, which in this game, I couldn't hand-on core it when it was just normally reversed because I was out of hand because I missed all 3 of my Obero pluses because they got blinked or leveled down. So, like, this all just feeds into itself. It's this really horrible negative feedback loop when you're trying to play into Data Live, especially with Konosuba, because it denies your plussing at level 1. It destroys your board at level 2, and then kills you at level 3 with an amazing combo that we didn't even get to see. So, like, we didn't even get to see Data Live's explosive endgame, and it still won decisively and definitively just by destroying Konosuba's level 1 game. It won without its incredible level 3 because of that level 1 tech. And I really don't think people are talking about the level 1 tech in, or the level 0 and the level 1 tech in Data Live enough. That removal tech is so powerful. And it directly challenges so much of what's in the meta right now. Like, you've got to build something really specific to beat this. And the more you have to play around Data Live, the less effective you're going to be playing against other stuff. Because so much of your tech is focused on how do I win this one matchup. So Data Live's on top of the mountain, and no one's moving them anytime soon. Like, we'll see what happens with releases later this summer and into the fall, but as far as Springfest goes, there ain't nothing that's going to challenge Data Live. Not consistently.
This is definitely the one to beat.
Other decks will win games. Other decks might even win tournaments. Like, it might happen. Like, there very well could be regionals won by other decks, but you're going to see a lot of Data Live in the top 8, and if you're going to win a regional, you've got to find a way to get through Data Live. And crashing your board isn't going to do it. So, yeah, it's a tough time to be a Konosuba player, that's for sure, because you have to completely rethink the way you play the entire deck.
So this has kind of been the up through level 2 part of the deck. But at the same time, like, if you can finish a game out from level 2,
it doesn't matter, right? So Data Live deck tech is in the description. So is the Konosuba, if you want to see what I was running. There are some ways to deal with some of what Data Live does in Konosuba. I did make an anti-Data Live Konosuba deck. We'll link that in the description as well. But honestly, It's not great. It's just not, because there's only so much that Konosuba, if you're going to play the main salvage package, can really do, unless you completely blow up the deck and try to build something completely different. Which there are ways. I've been experimenting with some stuff, and there are Konosuba decks that play much better into Data Live. The Darkness is one of them. There's another one that uses the 2-1 Union combo and, of all things, that 2-4 Komiko event that actually plays rather nicely. And I'm not building either of those for the channel because I promised all of you that I would stop building Konosuba, so I'm going to stop. So there are things you can do, but in order to do them, you have to do stuff that's really off the wall and doesn't play as nicely in other matchups. So it's hard to build a powerful Konosuba deck that can really play with Data Live. And I think that until Heaven's Feel, for sure, it's the same story for Fate. Because the main Fate endgame is basically a non-starter at this point. And Attack on Titan's, primary mid-game is entirely Obero-based. So there might be some stuff in some other sets. I think Frozen Bonds can play into Data Live okay. But it's missing some key stuff that it really needs in order to really be as good as it needs to be consistently. So it's tough out here. It's real tough out here if you're trying to play into Data Live. It just is. In the English meta, it's a non-starter at this point. But anyway, we'll move on from that.
With that in mind, this has been our gameplay video.
Tuesday, Clock Talk. Thursday, 5 cards, 5 minutes. We're going to wrap up talking about the Data Live stuff, uncommons, commons. So you'll see some of the stuff, the My Little Shido and the Shido Blink. They're going to be there. Check that out. A week from today on Thursday. The following Tuesday, I will be building my Data Live deck. It's going to be a little different. It's going to have some different colors, and it's not going to be the meta list, that's for sure. But it should be a lot of fun. And then we'll have gameplay for that in 2 weeks. In the meantime, thank you for joining us. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and have a good one.
We'll see you then.